My name is Alexa Hatcher, and I'm the gardener here at the Project Grow Garden of the Office of Sustainability. So Project Grow does a couple of things. It's a community garden where students and organizations from around campus can rent a plot and grow food for themselves. It's also an experimental garden, so what happens here is trying to mimic the best practices of sustainable gardening. My job mostly entails growing food for the WKU food pantry, which is also here at the Office of Sustainability. I've been the gardener here for the fall semester of 2017 and then also the entire year of 2016.
I grew up gardening and growing food, and my family has a long history of growing most of their food for themselves. So basically my whole life I've been growing food or trying to.
As the gardener here, my duties are to just maintain all of the plants, make sure that they're doing well. Sometimes I'm weeding, sometimes I'm starting new garden beds, sometimes I'm planting, sometimes I'm harvesting, so just anything that needs to be done. Plus I also am here just as consultation for the Project Grow gardeners if they have any questions with their plots that they're renting.
Our garden is a sustainable garden. Everything's organic. We don't use any kind of fertilizers except for compost, the good stuff, the real stuff. We don't use any type of chemicals as pesticides or herbicides or anything like that. We water our garden using rain barrels, using recycled water. So we try in every way that we can to be a sustainable garden here.
My favorite thing about Project Grow is the opportunity to work with and meet so many different types of people. A lot of our volunteers are new people from many different countries that speak many different native languages. So it's really cool to mix with many different types of people and talk about food and what we're doing in the garden.
Hardships that are typical for me here are finding out that a frost has killed the rest of the okra that I was just about to harvest. They're annoying and they're terrible and they're definitely a struggle, but it's also kind of a way for me to keep learning, and it's useful.
What's the most rewarding for me about being the gardener that provides food for the food pantry is that I know what it's like to be a low-income person and not be able to afford to buy fresh food in the grocery store because fresh food costs so much more than cheap processed junk food. So a lot of times when we don't have a lot of money, we find ourselves living off of processed foods. So the ability to be able to make sure that all people can come here and get organic, nutritious food for their bodies is really important to me and really rewarding. I hope to be able to leave Project Grow better than when I came here, in the sense that maybe I can reach more people. Maybe I can develop ways that the garden can sustain itself long after I'm gone. Project Grow promotes sustainability because we are fostering a community here that can work together to grow food and share the food that they grow. Food is something that connects all of us because we all have to have it regardless of what it is or where it's grown or whatever. So I personally believe that when we treat the earth with respect and have the awareness that we are a part of it, that we will also respect one another and lift one another up. I hope that everybody that comes here feels comfortable enough to come back. I hope that everyone who is out there and has no idea what we're doing here knows that any type of experience with anything at all, if you're not a good gardener, If you don't know anything about growing food, that doesn't matter. You're welcome. Like I said, this is an experimental place, so there's room for everyone to come and have fun and feel like they're needed here. We encourage all students to come here and get involved. Our volunteer hours are different from semester to semester, so stay in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Keep a lookout for special events as well, because we like to do some fun things.
It's literally working together to grow something and to grow a living thing together. So that's super special, and it's something that we all have in common.